究極のカラーライトセラピーセンソーラの世界へようこそ。ここまで19回にわたってセンソーラの魅力を、お伝えしてまいりましたけれども、センソーラの世界、光セラピーの世界、少しご理解いただけましたでしょうか。20回目になります今回は、センソーラの開発者である、アナディ・マーテル氏にズームインタビューをしてみましたので、ぜひそちらをご覧ください。どうぞ。
It's a very long story.
Yeah.
It's been 30 years since the in 80s it started actually. Step by step, we never knew in the beginning that it would come to this integrated multi-sensorial approach that we have today. And in the beginning, I experimented with separate things. At first, I worked with sound. I created a machine to move sound in space. And this is when I met Mark Premo, who was a therapist, and we started to use this instrument in therapy process. This long development happened together with her for all this time. So we started with sound, and I started to experiment with brainwaves, with flashing lights, and how to entrain brainwaves with flashing lights. And then I started to work with colors and the relation between colors and sound. And gradually, I made many generations of each instrument to work with light, to work with sound. Then we started to work with kinesthetic transduction, which is using this special chair with vibration for the body. And then we were thinking of how to integrate these things together. And gradually we came to the format that we use now. So very long time. The original reason was related to meditation. I was a scientist and studying in physics. But I was also interested in meditation, and I went to India for a few years to learn meditation, to use science and technology to help discover meditation. Yes, in the 1980s. Yes, many times. It's pretty much the latest one. There is a new development that I made just recently during COVID retreat, and it worked with the chair, the transducers, and it will be a software option, so you can also have it, Masako. And what this will do is that it brings brainwave entrainment in the chair also. Already you have in the light, in the sound. Now you will also have in the chair at the same time. Already the one she has, the light projector is much better. The light projector that she has uses 6 different LED colors, primary colors.
Yeah.
So it creates very pure colors on the screen. Special depth, depth, when it's more deep, far away, the light. So if it's just a white screen, it's flat. But if you have sparkles of the crystals, then you get the feeling of depth, and then it's easier to fall into the light. Also, the round shape is very important for us.
Yes.
Well, the circle brings a feeling of unity. It's like cinema screen or TV. So we are so used to look at TV and cinema. When we see this shape, our brain goes into programming. Watching a show, a TV show. It's very different. It's not TV show at all. Different experience. Yes, many. Especially, I would say, in the 1990s, because at that time, light therapy was very badly seen. Nobody was interested, considering light therapy as something very like charlatanism, not serious. Creating the instruments, and we could see the potential of it, how powerful it is, but nobody else was interested. So for some years in the 1990s, many times we thought of stopping the whole project. So much time, so much money, and no result. Nobody was interested. In early 2000, everything changed. There was a big shift because there were important scientific discoveries about light. Suddenly, everybody became interested in light therapy. Today, it is a very active research field. Everybody is interested in colors and light therapy. But everybody is talking in the news about sad light, bright light in the morning, and also blue lights in the not good for your health, all this information. So people are much more curious about the use of light now than before. They understand that light has a strong effect, a powerful effect on our body and our mind. So now this is accepted. Also, this is about the time where ILA happened, International Light Association. It started in 2004. And this is also where for us we started to connect with other researchers around the world. This was the beginning of a new expansion. Of course, the main characteristic is that it uses very pure colors. So it's working with chromotherapy. So this is the first thing. And then the second thing is that it adds to the power of the colors. It adds low frequency pulsations, slow pulsations, work with different rhythms inside our body and our mind. And so with this vibration, we can interact with many biorhythms, cycle inside ourselves, like brainwaves and other rhythms also. Third aspect is the multisensorial, not only light, but many senses, also sound, and also the body through the kinesthetic, the touch through the chair. So it is these three stimulation together, three different senses, bring a very special integration. So it is like a whole experience, not only one sense, but all together, all senses together, you activate the whole brain, not only one or two centers, but the whole brain. But then very quickly we understood that it could be applied in many different areas. So this type of combination of light and sound can be used in many different therapy applications. Like, for example, there was one study made in France just a few months ago. And so this study was made with 10 people over 3 months. And there was very good results. Like after just one 20-minute session of Sensora, people on average had their pain level go down by 2/3. And in all continents, basically, many in Europe, many in Canada, some in the US, South America, there's one in Argentina now, there's some in Australia, there was even one in South Africa for some time. It's quite varied. It's mostly therapists. So usually therapists use the Sensora as an addition to whatever they are doing. So they increase the effect of their own work using the Sensora. Yes, we give to, every time we install a new system, we give a training to people. Just last weekend, I installed one in the acupuncture clinic. They use it together. For example, maybe they will give acupuncture treatment. Then they will, after the treatment, the person goes into the Sensora to integrate the effect so that the energy can flow and harmonize. Always. So you put your hand on it, and so you can stimulate the palm of the hand, which has many, many nerve endings, very rich, dense nerve endings in the hand. Or you can use it separate if you don't have a chair. For example, our idea is that it can be used just with the sensosphere, light globe.
Oh.
So just the light globe, and then you add this, and you have the another sense, so your vision and this together. So for people who don't have complete Sensora, it is a less expensive, more simple approach. I don't have any goal. I'm just following my passion. Yes, I know, Matsako.
Yes, yeah.
This field, most of us connect the world of people using light for therapy. And many times these people are alternative therapy. They are not medicine. They are not from the medical world. But I also wanted to connect this with the scientific research world. So that light therapy, the way it is used around the world by many people, which is not yet recognized by medicine, that it becomes more understood and more recognized through a connection with the scientific research on light. So of course the best memories are the conferences, the meeting. They are always quite magical, as you know, you have been coming. But most especially is because these conferences made it possible for me to meet very special people. Some of the greatest scientists in the field. I feel very fortunate to have been able to meet and connect and talk with. So I'm thinking, for example, of Fritz Albert Popp, Professor Popp, who researched on biophotons. We got to meet him, I think it was at the 2006 conference. Later on, it was meeting Tina Carew, another very special scientist. Professor Carew, who discovered photobiomodulation. And we got to meet her many times at ILA conferences. And then the most recent special meeting, which I really enjoyed, was meeting Professor Chuprikov from the Ukraine. This was just 2 years ago. I think 82 years old. And we were able to invite him just in time because just a few months later he died. Because he's the creator of lateral light therapy. It's a beautiful family. I was very happy to get to meet it. Well, as you say, it's not easy for anybody. It's not only in Japan that there is difficulty in connecting with many people about light. It's the same all around the world. And I think the message is the same for everybody. And we have to keep trying to reach out and educate people through all the means that we have. And that means, of course, social media and producing information in a beautiful way, trying to share it as much as we can. And of course, I think it's very important that we do this, if possible, in a scientific way, because this is what gives credibility to the work that we do. So if it's possible to make case studies, clinical studies with scientific approach, this is a goal that I know it's not easy. But going in that direction, I think is something we have to try to do. And in that sense, like the video that Masako did recently is a very good step in this direction.
いかがでしたでしょうか。インタビューをさせていただきながら、やっぱりね、ここまで素晴らしいものを作るにはいろんな大変なこともあってのことだなということはなんとなく分かってはいましたけれどもね、やはりお話を伺ってすごく心に響くことがたくさんありましたが、そんなアナディさんの思いを引き継いで、より幸せに、より自分とつながって生きていくことができる方たちが増えるように、センソーラをね生かしながら、サポートさせていただきたいなと、改めて感じました。これからねまだまだアナディさんどんどん新しいものを開発していかれると思いますので、そんな新しいツールが、発表された暁にはまたこちらのチャンネルで、皆様にもお届けしていきたいと思いますので、ぜひチャンネル登録しておいてください。ではまた新しい情報とともにお会いできる日を楽しみにしています。